So dear students, now we are going to see open circuit and short circuit test on single phase transformer. Previously we have discussed the load test on a single phase transformer. So load test on single phase transformer, we have to load the transformer for very different loads, right? So in order to find the efficiency and regulation. Here we are not actually loading the transformer. Here we are going to predetermine, that is our aim. So to predetermine the efficiency and regulation of a transformer by conducting open circuit test and short circuit test, and also to draw the equivalent circuit. So here equivalent circuit can either be drawn referring to the primary and also referring to the secondary. Right. So now let us see the circuit diagram of open circuit test and short circuit test. So here the circuit diagram is similar to the load test on the single phase transformer, whereas here the secondary of the transformer is open, that is called as open circuit test. So you have a phase neutral, so then you have a DPST switch, so then you have the fuse. So you are going to connect it to the auto transformer. From the auto transformer you are going to connect it to your voltmeter. So the voltmeter and ammeter are shorted together, and then the ammeter is connected to your M, then L is connected to the primary winding, then M and C of your wattmeter are shorted externally, and then V, the volt terminal, the voltage terminal in your wattmeter is connected to your P2, and then it is also connected to your voltage. So here we are going to have a 230 volt as your input. So here the voltmeter range is 0 to 300. So 300 is available in our laboratory, so we are using a 0 to 300 volt. So and also the transformer rating, the rated current of the transformer is 4.3 amperes and 230 volt, right? So we are going to use the ammeter as 4.3 amps, and also here in the open circuit, so we will get only a small value of current, and it is not necessary to use 4.3 amps. So we can use 0 to 1 ampere. So because your secondary is open, right? So only the leakage current flows here. Very small value of current will flow in your ammeter here. So it is necessary to use 0 to 1 amperes, right? We will get less than 1 ampere current in your ammeter, right? Then short circuit test. Here we are going to measure the short circuit current. So in open circuit test we are going to measure the open circuit voltage across your secondary terminal, whereas in short circuit test we are going to measure the short circuit current across your secondary terminals, right? So the same experimental setup, so where your secondary is now shorted with the help of a wire, right? So here your voltmeter rating is 0 to 300 volt, whereas your ammeter here is 0 to 4.3. Why we are using 0 to 4.3? Because your transformer rating is 4.3 amperes, so we are going to set 4.3 amperes. So we are going to measure the rated current. So we are using here ammeter as 4.3 amperes. So now let us see the experimental setup of your open circuit test. So here you can see you have the primary, so 0 volt to 115 volt. So here again this can be connected to your 230 volt, right? So 0 to 230 volt, that is your primary. Your secondary is open, right? So now let us see the connections one by one. So starting from your phase neutral, so this is your phase neutral. So this is connected to your auto transformer. So this is your phase neutral of your auto transformer. So from your phase you are going to connect it to your voltmeter common terminal, right? So this is the phase terminal of your voltmeter, whereas you have two different values, 300 and 600. So here the voltage range is 0 to 230, so we are going to connect it in the 300 terminal, right? So from your voltmeter, so you are connecting to your ammeter. So voltmeter common and ammeter common are shorted together. Then from voltmeter 300, you are going it to connect it to your neutral, right? So and then from your ammeter, so ammeter again you require, you 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 will not require 5 amps even, right? So anyway we will use 5 amperes where we are going to get only less than 1 ampere, right? So from the ammeter 5 amperes, so here M is connected and M and C are shorted together, and then this volt, right? So voltage terminal of your wattmeter is connected to the voltage terminal of your voltmeter. Then again from again the 300 volt supply, so it is given to your neutral. So then here your 300 volt terminal is given to your 230 volt terminal, right? So your connections are similar to the load test of your transformer. Now this is LPF wattmeter. So here it is a lagging power factor wattmeter. So we will use it for open circuit test. In case of short circuit test, we will go for UPF, unity power factor. So here, so these are the connections, right? So for 5 amperes, so the connection should be like this. B1 and B2 should be connected together, and for 10 amperes, so your B1 E2 and B2 E1 will be connected. So here the connections are made, right? So for 10 amperes, so it is a B1 E2 and B2 and E1, right? So here and again, so for your current 5 amperes and your voltage 150 volt, so you are going to use multiplying factor 1, and for 300 volt 2, for 600 volt 4. So we are going to use only the 300 volt, right? So and here for current 10 amperes, the multiplying factor is 2 for 150 volt and multiplying factor is 4 for 300 volt, right? So now we will switch on so now let us switch on the supply. So your supply is switched on, so then your auto transformer will get excited, right? So here we have to set the rated voltage. So that is our objective for open circuit test. We have to set the rated voltage. So here the rated voltage is 230 volt. So the rated voltage is 230 volts. So by varying the auto transformer, yes. So by varying the auto transformer, so we are setting the rated voltage. So you see, so you are getting a very low current, right? So which will be the order of 0.5 amps or maybe less than 0.5 amps, right? So then here you are getting the watts, right? So wattmeter reading, it is normally it is 5 watts or less than that. So this is your no load reading, right? So here you are going to write your voltage. So your voltage is rated voltage 230 volt, right? And your current, so which may be less than 0.5 amperes, right? And your watts, output power in watts, right? So then we are going to see the short circuit test, right? So in short circuit test, what we are going to do is, so we are going to short your secondary. So in the previous case your your secondary is open. So in the next case your secondary is shorted with the help of a wire. So here we are using LPF wattmeter. So this LPF wattmeter is bulkier in size, right? So whereas for short circuit test, so this is your LPF wattmeter, which is closed in a wooden case, right? So whereas you are going to use the UPF wattmeter for measuring the short circuit current, right? So now let us switch off the supply for your auto transformer. So now we are going to connect your wattmeter. So this is your circuit diagram for the short circuit test. So here the changes are, we are going to short your secondary terminals with a wire, and then instead of LPF wattmeter we are going to use UPF wattmeter. So the other connection diagrams are same. So same voltmeter 0 to 300 volt. So here we are going to use 0 to 4.3 amperes. Why? Because we are going to set the rated current, right? So let us go to the connection. So this is your experimental setup. So this is your voltmeter 0 to 300 volt, and your ammeter 0 to 5 amps or 10 amps. Then this is your UPF wattmeter, right? So depending upon the direction of the current, your power may be either positive or a negative. So if it goes in the negative direction, that is if this pointer goes beyond 0, then you have to reverse down your L and M terminal. So you have to interchange your L and M if the power is if this pointer in the wattmeter is going beyond the 0. That because the direction of the current is changing. So your wattmeter will show the negative power. So in order to correct it, so you have to interchange this L terminal and M terminal in that case. So now let us switch on your supply. So here you see, so in open circuit, so this secondary is open circuited, whereas here in short circuit we are short circuiting the terminal S1 and S2. So now with the help of the auto transformer, we are going to vary the auto transformer, and we are going to set the rated current 4.3, right? So here we are going to vary the auto transformer to set the rated current 4.3. So now your rated current is 4.3. So you please observe the voltage. So the voltage across a short circuited terminal is very less, right? So here you see, so you are getting only around 20 volt, right? Whereas in the previous case in open circuit we set this voltmeter to 230 volt. So now we varied the auto transformer, and here the rated current is set. So the corresponding voltage is around 20 volt, and then so you observe the wattmeter reading, right? So this is your wattmeter reading. So now you are going to write all those readings, right? So your current is 4.3 ampere, and your voltage is around 20 volt, and you are going to write your wattmeter reading here. So totally you have only one reading for open circuit test and one reading for short circuit test. So but you have a tedious calculation, right, to determine the efficiency and determine your regulation, and also to calculate the efficiency and regulation for various loads without actually loading your transformer. So here we are predetermining without actually loading your transformer, right? So this is your equivalent circuit, which is referred to the primary. So these are the various parameters. So you have your input voltage V1 and your primary current I1. So this is your no load current I0, which is split into two components, right? So this is your iron loss component, and this is your magnetizing component, right? So here this is the resistance and your inductance, right? So here resistance and inductance of your primary circuit, and here the resistance and inductance of your secondary circuit referred to your primary, and here the load is also referred to the primary, right? So these are the formulas by which we can able to calculate the secondary side resistance and secondary side reactance, inductive reactance. So R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square. So where K is the transformation ratio or trans ratio, right? X2 dash is equal to X2 by K square, and your ZL dash, that is the load inductance, which is referred to your primary is ZL by K squared, and your V2 dash is equal to V2 by K, and I2 dash is equal to K into I2, right? So, and your impedance ZO1 is equal to RO1 plus J into XO1, where your RO1 is equal to R1 plus R2 dash, and XO1 is equal to X1 plus X2 dash, right? So, here this equivalent circuit can be simplified further. So, you can instead of R1 X1 R2 dash X2 dash, you can replace it by R01 and X01. So, this is your equivalent circuit referred to the primary, and you can also draw the equivalent circuit referred to the secondary, right? This is your equivalent circuit referred to the secondary, right? So, here you have V1 dash is equal to K into V1, and I1 dash is equal to I1 by K. This is your I0 dash. So, all the primary circuit elements are referred to your secondary. So, you have here the turns ratio or transformation ratio. Here you see K. Whereas in the previous case, so we have used K here for the secondary, because secondary is referred to the primary. So, here in this case, the primary is referred to the secondary, so it is necessary to use the transformation ratio here. So, I1 dash is equal to I1 by K. So, I0 dash, IW dash and IM dash, and your R2 and X2 are the secondary resistance and inductance, where your R1 dash and X1 dash are the primary resistance and inductances referred to the secondary side, and your ZL is your inductive load. So, your R1 dash is equal to K squared into R1, and X1 dash is equal to K squared into X1, and V1 dash is equal to K into V1, and I1 dash is equal to I1 by K. So, Z02 is equal to R02 plus J into X02, where your R02 is equal to R2 plus R1 dash, and X02 is equal to X2 plus X1 dash. So, here you can able to simplify your equivalent circuit referred to the secondary, right? Your primary is referred to the secondary like this, right? So, your R1 dash R2 X1 dash X2 is replaced by R02 and X02, right? Then similarly, your equivalent circuit referred to the primary can be reduced like this, right? Your R1 R2 dash is replaced by R01, and X1 X2 dash is replaced by X01. So, the remaining parameters are same, right? So, here we are going to calculate all those values, right? And we are going to calculate the efficiency of your transformer for various rating. So, here X is the percentage of the load, right? Either it may be 25%, 50%, 75% and full load condition 100%. So, X is replaced by 0.25, 0.5, 0.75 and 1. So, this is your kVA rating of the transformer. So, our transformer is rated at 1 kVA, right? So, into 1000 into cos pi divided by X into kVA rating into 1000 into cos pi plus W0, right? So, here your core loss W0 is equal to V0 I0 cos pi 0, whereas the W0 can be obtained from your open circuit wattmeter reading. So, that wattmeter reading is written here, right? Plus X squared into WSC. So, again X is your percentage of load, and WSC is the wattmeter power we have measured in the short circuit test. So, by varying your X here in both the numerator and your denominator, we can able to calculate the efficiency for different loads. So, either it is 0.8 lagging or it is 0.8 leading. We can able to find out the efficiency for 25%, 50%, 75% and at full load condition. So, similarly, for calculation of regulation, so this is our formula. Percentage regulation is equal to X into ISC into RO2 cos phi plus or minus ISC into XO2 into sin phi divided by V2 into 100. So, here X is your percentage of load, and ISC is the short circuit current which we can take from the short circuit tabular column, right? and your RO2, right? So RO2 we have calculated here. So RO2 is equal to your R2 plus R1 dash. So if your equivalent circuit is referred to secondary, or you can use this RO, right? So RO2, right? So here we have RO1, and here we have RO2, which is R2 plus R1 dash, right? Or you can able to calculate your RO2 like this, so from WSC by ISC square, right? So RO2 is your resistance in the secondary, right? So we are going to use this RO2 cos phi plus or minus ISC XO2 sin phi divided by V2 into 100, and again your XO2 you can able to find it from here, that is square root of ZO2 squared minus RO2 squared, where your ZO2 is equal to short circuit voltage by short circuit current, right? So we are going to calculate the regulation for lagging and leading loads, right? For 25% lagging load, for 25% leading load. Similarly for other values, so half load, 3 by 4th of the full load, and full load, right? So your regulation, so you see your regulation in the model graph, right? Right, so we are going to find the power factor. So for a lagging power factor, right, so your regulation will be in the positive region, which is shown here. So the percentage of regulation, it keep on increasing and reaches the maximum, right? And here your leading PF, that is leading power factor, so your regulation is keep on going in the negative direction. So it is starting from 0, it is going in the negative direction. So the conclusion is here that for a lagging power factor, so the regulation is positive, and for a leading power factor, the regulation is negative. And here for efficiency, you see, the efficiency is same as that of the efficiency what we have calculated from the load test, right? So here you are going to tabulate your efficiency, and you are going to draw your efficiency against your output power. So your x-axis is output power and y-axis is efficiency. So you see, if the output power is increasing, then your efficiency is increasing and it is reaching a maximum value. Then after that it is start reducing, right? So here we are calculating the efficiency and regulation of the single phase transformer for lagging power factor as well as leading power factor for different percentage of load, that is 25%, 50%, 75%, and on full load condition without actually loading the transformer. So that is the advantage here in this experiment. So then we are going to write the result of your experiment. So the result we have to write it from your aim. So here the aim is to predetermine the efficiency and regulation of a transformer by conducting open circuit test and short circuit test, and to draw the equivalent circuit. So thus the efficiency and regulation of the transformer is predetermined by conducting open circuit and short circuit test, and the equivalent circuit is drawn, right? So you can also mention whether you have drawn your equivalent circuit refer to the primary or refer to the secondary in your result side. So comparing with the load test of the single phase transformer, so in load test we have to load the transformer up to the rated current. So we can able to observe the efficiency as well as regulation only after loading your transformer. So here when you do the open circuit test and short circuit test, we are not actually loading the transformer, just we are open circuiting the secondary side and short circuiting the secondary side. So for various loads we can able to calculate the efficiency and regulation of the transformer without actually loading. So this is the advantage when comparing with your load test of the transformer, right? Thank you.